There is an upcoming meeting to discuss the benefits of the Mount Carmel Community Garden and how you can become involved. The meeting will be held Thursday, March 28th at 7 p.m. It will be located at the Mount Carmel Public Library, 30 South Oak Street. Free food will be provided.
I'm Danny Ray Reno, and I'm here with Charmaine Ryan, Penn State Extension Master Gardener. She's here to tell us a little bit about the community garden. My first question for you is, what is the history of this community garden, Mount Carmel?
Well, Mayor Bing Semino had the vision to get people interested in having a community garden. So he secured some planters that he already had and set them up on Oak Street, Oak and 2nd Street, at a plot where a building had been torn down. So the first year, I believe there were some Bucknell students and some others involved that had put out a survey to see what interest there would be from the community to be involved. Unfortunately, it didn't seem like there was interest at that time. So the mayor decided he was just going to plant up the garden himself. So that first year, he and his family planted up the garden. Even though they had their own garden at home, they planted it up and harvested. And so then he did tell me that there was a person walking by one day and mentioned the garden, and he offered her a tomato from what they had grown. But again, still didn't really garner any interest into actually people being involved. So then the next year, because the garden is only, through the growing season. So the next year, he hadn't started it up yet. I became involved with Girl Scout Troop 65,000 in Mount Carmel. Yeah, it's a big number. And as they were working on some badges, we decided the gardening in the community plot would be a good idea because it was very close to where their meeting is located. So we talked to the mayor, and he said that's fine if we wanted to do it. So the girls planted up. We had a day where they came, and actually prior to planting, they learned a little bit about taking care of the soil and different things. So when the group came and they planted up everything, they'd go and water it, and things started to grow. At that point, they decided they needed to move the garden because they needed to move a monument there from the American Legion that had closed, and there was a monument, so they wanted to put it at that site because it was right by the VFW. So the council found a way to move the gardens without actually disturbing anything, and it's now located down by the swimming pool, and I guess that's really a community recreation area because the baseball field mat is there. So that's where they located it. So the girls went down there and took care of it, and at the end of the season they harvested vegetables, well, a couple times throughout the season because of the way some of the vegetables grow. And then they made dinner, I believe, from what they harvested. What's your favorite vegetable?
Tomatoes.
Tomatoes.
Celery.
Celery.
Watermelon.
Watermelon.
Corn.
Oh, corn. We did get some corn last year, didn't we?
What about cucumbers?
Cucumbers would be good. Tomatoes, cucumbers, peppers,
I don't know.
onions. And what can you make out of all that?
Salads.
And a salsa. You can make your own salsa from it.
Pizza.
Mm-hmm. Huh? Yeah,
Pizza.
you could. Pizza toppings. So. It's still not really a community garden, which is what we're looking to do. We want to involve people from the community to actually start growing. The girls enjoyed it. They had a great time. But, we want to expand that to anybody that wants to come join us.
What are some of the benefits, do you think, of having everybody come and join you, not just having the Girl Scouts down there?
Well, a community garden, the community itself, it's a place where people can come and meet with each other. Family can come, neighbors can come, friends, even, and you'll meet new people, strangers, people that have different backgrounds, so you'll probably learn from other people. We're so used to just all the vegetables that we grow here, but I know there are people from different countries, different cultures that live in Mount Carmel, and they grow different vegetables there, so we could learn a lot from each other. And it's just the getting together of of people. There are some people that live alone and maybe don't have interaction with a lot of people. So if they would be involved in the community garden, even on just a small basis, they could spend time with people there. Also the health benefits, being outside, the fresh air, working in the soil. Soil has those good microbes in. They get you going. You won't get anything fresher or tastier than homegrown vegetables. Fruits, you can grow some small fruits in a community garden. You can't really do trees like apples and peaches and stuff, but you can do small things. People can save money. Obviously, you buy a couple of seeds and all the harvest that you get from a few seeds will exceed what you would pay so much more at the grocery store for those vegetables. Teaching children especially is a big thing. I know a lot of children don't get outside as much as they used to. And then teaching them where their food comes from. I know a lot of children don't. My big example is French fries. Some kids, you ask, where do French fries come from? Out of the freezer. They don't know that potatoes grow in the ground, and they could grow their own and make their own fresh French fries. It also exposes children to a lot of things that they wouldn't normally eat. If people grow their own vegetables, a lot of times they'll try something that they never tried before. So it's the community thing, it's the health benefits, the savings, and also some people, sustainability too. As people grow their own vegetables, they can save those seeds and share them with people, grow more the next season. Some people may want to garden, and even not for themselves, but provide it even to our food pantry that's in Mount Carmel. It would be a way, or they could share their harvest. If they grow a big plot, they could save some for themselves. They could give some to the food pantry. So, community garden is very, and it doesn't always take a lot of work either. I mean, there is some work investment in it, but you're gaining a lot more benefits, I believe, than what your effort puts out.
It almost seems like there's no downside to this.
Not really, unless, like last year we had a lot of rain, which can cause some problems. Mm-hmm. But when you do a community garden also, if you're not an experienced gardener, and there are some experienced gardeners there, they can help you sometimes, because we do get pests and diseases. Yeah. So, and some people want to right away get the sprays out and spray everything. And it's like, there are other ways we can do that. The master gardeners look at integrated pest management, where we try to do the least toxic way to take care of pests and diseases and things like that. So that would be something too. And it keeps your food healthier because you're not using those pesticides and things.
So I've heard that there's a meeting going on. How can community members get involved? Like, where is this meeting?
That's correct. On Thursday, March 28th, not this Thursday, but next week, March 28th, at the Mount Carmel Public Library, there is a actual free dinner that will be being served, and to see if we can get people interested in finding out more about the garden, becoming involved. And so that's the place to come and get a lot of information that night.
While the Girl Scouts prepared their garden for the upcoming growing season, we spoke with Americorps VISTA coordinator, Hannah Buckley.
I've been collaborating with different community members, and working with them has been really fantastic, and we're really excited to get this project up and running. The VISTA year has been renewed for next year, so another Americorps VISTA will come in to be the primary garden contact and kind of facilitate the garden work next year and hopefully a year after that.
What do you think will happen in the future with this project? Like, how far will it progress?
We're really hoping that, I guess an end goal would be to have enough produce grown to be able to donate it to potentially local food pantries, or just to get as many community members involved as we can.
Right. And do you know all the points that will be addressed at the meeting on Thursday?
Yeah, we're gonna let it kind of be run a little bit by who shows up. So what they want to find out, we're gonna get them a little more about the history of the garden, how they can get involved, what they can grow, what they want to grow, and just it's really to hear their feedback so that we can create this garden space into what the Mount Carmel community wants it to be.
I'm here with Bucknell students Kieran, Ainsley, and Andy, and they're going to tell us a little bit about what it's like working in the community garden.
So the three of us have been working with people in the Mount Carmel community to help promote this garden this semester, and it's been a lot of fun because we've gotten to connect with a new community that's outside of our university town. So it's been really rewarding to meet a lot of people who care a lot about this garden and who just want to spread the word that it's a great place where they can like grow food and share food with the community. And one of my favorite things about this project that I've been able to do is just to meet new people and see what they're passionate about and how they can help make the garden a better place.
Yeah.
Cool. I guess I'm just going to talk a little bit about gardening in general. I grew up gardening a lot when I was younger, and I just think it was a great experience being hands-on in nature and learned a lot about plants, and I was just growing flowers at first, and now that I'm at college, I've been working a lot in the Lewisburg Community Garden. I was really excited to be taking on this project in Mount Carmel so we can hopefully create a space that's similar to the one in Lewisburg to get the community involved and just really make a difference in the community health overall.
Yeah. So we're really excited about this upcoming growing season. We're working right now on getting people excited, getting more people involved. So we're hoping that, anytime people in the community want to come by and help out with the growing, anytime you have some free time, it should be a great place to gather and meet new people. We actually have a meeting coming up for kind of learning more about it and having some free food. It's on March 28th, that Thursday at 7 p.m. So it's at the Mount Carmel Public Library, and we're hoping we have a good turnout.
Well, thank you guys so much for helping with this project and coming here to talk about it.